Sure. Golden Debate Show, Golden Show, RhythmWarnerMod.com. We're gonna keep smashing these vamps in the fucking face for the truth, for the knowledge.
Let shine. Golden Show, Golden Debate Show, RhythmWarnerMod.com.
Golden Debate Show.
Get them hits and likes and comments and shares and downloads.
Open minds.
The Golden Debate Show. Yeah, the Golden Debate Show.
Wow. Robots is kind of that. John Connor was right.
The Golden Debate Show.
That ain't good. Word. Papa don't preach.
Golden karaoke.
Sure. And I need to word.
The NSA's best friend, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, Tesla's Elon Musk, and actor Ashton Kutcher, who was recently photographed walking the dog wearing a Freemason hat, have committed to investing $40 million into an artificial intelligence firm to build the beast of brain. Oh, that's right, to build Lucifer.
Jobs and jobs. For jobs.
They literally are going to build a replica of a human brain, just falling in line with Revelation, just building this artificially intelligent satanic system. Well, Lucifer, we're gonna manifest Lucifer here on planet Earth. You know, I mean, just Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15, talks about how Satan is given the power to give life to the beast, to the image of the beast, so it can now speak. Yeah, and all who refuse to worship it are going to be killed. This coming just days after Facebook's facial recognition system was announced to be as accurate as a human. Oh, that's right. All those family and friend photos that you tagged in Facebook, you just gave the NSA all your personal family photos and face prints of everybody here on planet Earth so that Lucifer can identify them. He's just going to be all-knowing and all-powerful. We're building God. That's what the entities are telling them to do. Facebook also just purchased Oculus Rift, the artificial virtual reality, rather.
Article kind of ties in, Tony. I'm going to see if I can read it without stremoring. Facebook will acquire virtual reality technology company Oculus VR for $2 billion. The social networking giant announced Tuesday Oculus makes the Oculus Rift, a virtual reality headset originally funded on Kickstarter. The deal includes $400 million in cash and $1.6 billion in Facebook. Come over here and talk. I didn't turn on your mic yet. I didn't know if you were going to join in on this. If Oculus meets certain performance targets, Oculus will continue to operate independently at its headquarters in Irvine, California. The deal is expected to close in the second quarter of 2014. Though the Rift has been pitched as a video gaming device, Facebook plans to use its technology for communications, media, and other forms of entertainment. In a conference call with analyst Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's chief executive officer said virtual reality has the potential to be the greatest gaming and the greatest computing evolution, following the transition from desktop computers to mobile devices. Oculus has the potential to be the most social platform ever, he said. Imagine sharing not just moments with your friends online, but entire experiences and adventures. In a post in his Facebook profile page, Zuckerberg presented such scenarios as sitting courtside at a sporting event, studying with a group of students, or consulting face-to-face with a doctor as a potential uses for the virtual reality. The acquisition amount is a huge sum for the company that has yet to release a consumer-facing product. The Oculus Rift made its public debut in 2012 Electronic Entertainment Expo. So that's big money for something that doesn't even work, but I see it just tying in, like you said before, with Skynet. We'll talk a little bit more later. Let me play this next clip.
Johnny Depp is about to introduce transhumanism into the mainstream with the release of his upcoming film, Transcendence, where he plays a computer scientist who uploads his brain into the internet to become an immortal, all-knowing, all-powerful God. And while most people probably think that this is just science fiction, some of the world's biggest tech companies are actually trying to make this happen. Ray Kurzweil, a chief engineer at Google, believes that by 2045, he is going to become God, an immortal, all-knowing, cybernetic God, uploading his brain, his consciousness into the internet. Time magazine has covered this. This concept has largely been an esoteric fringe but Johnny Depp's film will introduce this concept into the mainstream now that the technology appears to be getting close to making this possibly actually happen. And the brain-dead, mentally enslaved zombie public will line up despite the disastrous consequences. The film Transcendence will most likely warn of the just absolute horrific consequences of such actions, but that hasn't stopped any tech companies from pursuing their god-like dreams. Sort of like the prescription drug companies who put out commercials that, talk about the benefits of the supposed drug, or their supposed benefits for 10 seconds, and then go through the side effects for the remaining, minute and a half of the commercial. This drug may cause suicidal thoughts, thoughts of gambling compulsion, sharding your pants. But people just love the drugs. They're still just raking in the dough. Hey, yeah, doc, sounds good. Let me sign me up for that. That sounds like something I really want to take. And the dire warnings about transhumanism will most likely go unnoticed, unconcerned by the mentally enslaved morons. What's also interesting about Johnny Depp is his admiration and friendship with Hunter S. Thompson, who he just couldn't help but brag about just on.
So let's get it in with the No Agenda
this
show.
ongoing
Bet,
which I already won last year. He said, Apple will have an iWatch by Christmas. And, of course, I said, no, they won't. And it wasn't. And now it's like, it's going to happen. iWatch is coming by Christmas. I said, no, it's not going to happen.
Apple lost his bet already.
More computers.
No, she doubled down.
For the hashtag
double or nothing.
agencies to monitor you.
I said, it's not going to happen. Apple will not do an iWatch. No matter. Yes, everybody wants to track themselves. Data is the future of life.
He's a jackass.
Ray Kurzweil is my hero. And I'm all into. I like. It's interesting, sure. It's certain things, but no, I do not think that we need to be. It's a very sad state of affairs when all we want is to train robots to create robot apps that tell us when to go to sleep. That's the future I see. That's the future I see with my friends. Yeah. So then,
I find it. Yeah, it's interesting. I think these dinners are very worthwhile. I'm glad you talk about them.
Incredibly well, and what I found surprising after the last report is that it was actually a moment where, okay, are you enjoying your meal? Because now we're going to give Adam all our crazy. Okay, bring it on. That's fine. But they're also mad. They're mad because they don't listen to this show. Is why they're mad, because they're so misunderstanding of what's really going on. By the way, they don't watch television. They don't read. They listen to NPR. I think that would be the extent of it.
Yeah, that would put you in a one-track
and then,
kind of thinking.
And then, and this was great. And the professor goes, no, so we're back on education. And his wife says, we suck. Singapore, China, they're so much better at math. We're 50 on the list. I'm like, well, that's the OECD numbers, and if you really look at the numbers, you'll see I'm not talking OECD numbers. I said, well, yeah, that's the headline you're parroting, because this is what I do for a living. It's the OECD test, and number 50. I said, yeah, but the percentage is so minute. It looks like we're number 50, but it's really only a percentage point or so under China. And then I Google around and I find a report written by, I'll put it in the show notes for today, written by two professors from Stanford, the very school the professor is going to, refuting this bullcrap OECD study that says America's dumb and we suck at math. And I say, I hear there's some smart people at this school. Maybe you should read this report. It's like, I didn't realize that. That this had been. I haven't read the report recently. Okay. Well, then don't raise your voice at me, please. And then of course.
I admire you for actually going through this process, because
so now we got the one and only.
Without a shred of evidence to tell you that all is one of them catacombs. My friends, it's Bergoglio in the Vatican. The Catholic Church has now locked horns with the son of Satan. It's Bergoglio. the Catholic Church, and Obama, the son of Satan, in Washington, D.C. And there's no place for any of us to go except to heaven. Get right with God and do it now. These powers, finally, when those airliners flew into the World Trade Center building, nobody had ever experienced anything as bone-chilling and horrific as seeing those flights into those towers. And even now, your visual is still one that's stark in your mind, and you'll never forget that day or where you were when that took place. So Satan has discovered, Bergoglio and Obama have discovered, that the greatest fear that can be struck across the globe is not jihadists. It's not nuclear warfare. It's not a nuclear bomb going off in New York City. It's the fact that a flight can go missing and nobody knows where it went except the devils themselves, Bergoglio and Obama. I'm James David Manning, everybody.
March 25th, like, comment, share, download Golden Show, Golden Debate Show.
An American astronomer has found a new planet, an Earth-like red dwarf
Think
planet.
there's other planets, kid, out there with intelligent life?
This is pretty cool information. They're saying Thomas Barkley, his mountain is just 1/10 bigger than Earth. It is orbiting a red dwarf star.
Yo.
This red dwarf is an M1 red dwarf.
I'm over here, Golden Midas.
Small, relatively cool star, and around it, it has where liquid, including water, can exist. And they have an area which they like to call the Goldilocks zone. Right here, the habitable zone. They compare it to Goldilocks because it's not too warm, it's not too cold, it's just right. And as you can see here in the Kepler system, there were multiple planets a little bit bigger than Earth that are there that could harbor a lot. I guarantee you there's life there. Streaming all the stars out here. It's so amazing to think of. And we're stuck here on this rock.
He's a jackass.
It's just another planet that they found that they say can harbor life the size of Earth that's out there. So the possibility of finding life increases with every single find that they make. I'll leave links to all this stuff so you guys can read all the full articles on it. But we got another one out there, and I'm sure many people are going to be questioning exactly where is this system, because there are 5 other planets with this new planet surrounding this red dwarf. So as I get more info, I'll keep you guys updated. Till next time, it's been Dabu7. Eyes to the sky.
So this next one may or may not be interesting, but it's like the top 25 things that
Number
these hotel
25.
motherfuckers will
Independently owned hotels are far more likely to give you a discount. Some chains balk at dropping the rate.
Universe.
Number 24.
Golden
Supposedly eco-friendly programs, such as opting out of having your room cleaned every day, can sometimes be an excuse to not pay the housekeeper, or at least to get them to work less. Number 23. Housekeepers have the most dangerous job in the hotel, with everything from constantly moving mattresses and furniture to always being exposed to trash, leftovers, and other sometimes nauseating messes. Number 22. Leaving a tip for housekeeping is usually appreciated, but has largely gone out of style. Number 21. If you do leave a tip, then put it under the pillow and leave a note with it so it's clear who it's for. Number 20. Hotels can pay a commission of up to 30% for online booking sites. Keep that price in mind when you're negotiating, and you might reach a deal faster. Number 19. The 1-800 reservations number will probably send you to a central office with set rates. If you call the hotel directly instead, you can negotiate. Number 18. When it comes to negotiation, however, be careful, because if the hotel overbooks, then guess who loses their room first? That's right, the cheap customers. Number 17. Also, by booking directly with a hotel, you'll lose the leverage that a reputable middleman can give you if something is unsatisfactory. Number 16. For only $10 per hour, your front desk clerk runs errands, plunges toilets, ties bow ties, delivers towels, handles dead bodies.
Perhaps,
yes, it happens.
but there is one
and
man
makes
whose
breakfast.
prophetic and predictive
Number
talents
15.
continue to
If you
baffle
travel to the same
even the
location
most
frequently,
hard-nosed
use the
skeptics.
same hotel, and don't act like a
With his
jerk,
eighth
you
grade
might notice some
education,
free
he uncovered
upgrades coming
secrets
your
of
way.
our past that no historians could have known. He predicted wars, diagnosed and cured illnesses, and saw cataclysmic changes to our planet that only scientists could have described. And he did it all in his sleep. A man named Edgar Cayce had the amazing ability to put himself in a trance and provide individuals with detailed information about virtually anything they asked about the present, the past, or the future.
Edgar Cayce is probably the most profoundly important clairvoyant of all time.
He was clearly the most gifted psychic of the 20th century.
He predicted the Second World War, the deaths of presidents, the future of medicine, and diagnosed illnesses in his sleep. His psychic readings, 14,306 of them, are all archived and cataloged at the Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach, Virginia. They remain the most massive collection of psychic material collected from a single source.
Edgar Cayce didn't give 10, 20, 500 readings in his career. He gave 14,000. Think of a Las Vegas stage performer having to come up with a different routine twice a day, every day for 45 years. It's just not possible.
Edgar Cayce gave readings about many, many different subjects. Nostradamus wasn't quite as eclectic.
But like Nostradamus, Cayce was very sought after in his lifetime. And like his French counterpart, he also remained humble about his abilities.
That caused him to go on a journey to Paris, and people helped him decipher what it was he found. His whole life was
that shit in,
decoding secrets about very sacred subject, and no one knows what the answer to this mystery is.
Can actually play the shows all off of our website and not really fuck around with
my warp of frequency pass. It does map. The movement must live above that. Count like math. Mics in half, released off the bat. Human survival, government rifles. I'm off the mic, story of my life. Y'all mouth like Fightful. My lichens get spiteful. The fat cats in America eating share too. This is childed. I'm off my Polino glam wilded. Y'all just paninis, the greedy stay smiling. Know that you gotta live your life to the fullest. The devil's prowling. Good thing my lichens are starving. I'm out of this world. Hi, I'm Marvin. No, but I'm green. Kryptonite, but the paper ain't my life. It's my team. Like a job, jobs and jobs. Let's go for jobs. Don't back. Like it on this track. If you don't want sun, you're struck like lightning. In fact, burn it down. I don't give a fuck to the ground. Vampire fucker stuck up in the ground. You like or sound dozy. You motherfuckers can't control me or hold me. My lichens, they mold me to be the best I could be. Alpha, rip you up with the stanza. Tony Danza type shit, who's the boss? I'm on this mic, not the floss, but to make these cats live, know who's the real boss. Get your shit tossed straight in the flame. Evil gotta die, son, I ain't saying no names, just them pedos. I'm Chuck Cheddle for my
Lobos, these vampires are so fucking homo. It was all by design, when the planets align. 2012 is the year lichen rise. I'm tired of these vampire ride. It's time for a Colombian necktie, all suited up, you ready to die. UV round as bright as the sun. My wolves are out, it's time for you to run. Armageddon's here, look at the midnight sun. What you was stunned, think lichens couldn't get it done? Pick you off one by one, skilled assassin. We out for packing, senses are heightened, my fangs are out. You know we biting, lichen up, vampires down. We coming for your crown, so we could be on the same playing field. Tired of the secrets that you conceal. Time for you to see the light, it be a delight to see you ignite. My pack of white knights that fight to rewrite all laws for human rights. Let us live life without big brother's heart to change our thoughts. We so sharp, we the master of the deadly arts.
But these cats can't paint, that's why they faint. They ain't even paying on no
Dr. Fancy. Snowden vocal call for NSA reform as turning point. Professor, 90% of news stories to be written by computers by 2030. CNN employees busted trying to sneak in the WTC sites. Dead chickens, roosters in park believed realistic killing. Blackout in Caucasus. Forest fires blank out. Whoa! My computer almost fucked up, kid. Bitcoin to be charged as property, not currency. That's pretty interesting. NFL bans goalpost dunking, kid.
Yeah. They raised it too.
Word. Doctors warn bad posture due to mobile phones could shorten life. That
ain't good.
78% favor proof of citizenship before being allowed to vote. Shoplifter stabs Home Depot security guard with dirty syringe.
Oh my God.
That ain't good.
No more what?
TV's Judge Joe Brown arrested and jailed for contempt of court. That's crazy.
Yeah, I probably would like to hear that.
All right, let me see what that really is, well, entails, because he is a judge. Let me find out who's trying to spit some knowledge or something. Memphis, Tennessee. The star of the television show Judge Brown has been arrested and charged with 5 counts of contempt of court in Tennessee. Court officials in Memphis said Monday. Shelby County juvenile court officials said the 66-year-old Brown was sentenced to 5 days in jail after causing an outburst Monday in the child support hearing. Brown is running in the Democratic primary for Shelby County District Attorney General. So he's running for a Democratic primary, and he's running for District Attorney General. Magistrate Judge Harold Horn charged the former TV judge with contempt of court, said Dan Michael, Chief Magistrate Judge of the Shelby Court. So you had to get 2 court judges pretty much involved on this one, because they got it, He damn near caused a riot in the courtroom. He had people so inflamed, Michael said, of the former TV judge. So he's not even on TV anymore. I didn't even know that. Yeah. Brown cannot be reached for comment. Neither jail officials nor juvenile court officials knew whether he had retained a lawyer. WREG-TV was reporting that Brown had been released from jail.
I'm surprised he didn't represent himself.
The former TV judge was representing a woman who had been brought in on a warrant in a child support case. Michael said Brown, he said he was yelling and repeatedly challenging Horn's authority and even addressing his comments to a crowd of people inside the courtroom. Brown's nationally syndicated TV show was canceled last year, but you could still watch America's Court with Judge Rouse, Paternity Court, Supreme Justice with Judge Karen Mills, Judge Mathis in the People's Court.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
The ghosts in the darkness have come.
He's here. Like, comment, share it down. Are solely that of the host, guests, and sources, and is only to keep free thought alive. GoldenShow, earlymorningmob.com.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah,
jobs, and jobs. Let's vote for jobs.
All that talking like that. All that. Your golden shows, golden roads, strobe lights, laser lights. Look at my gold. Should have been tonight. Apple shit. One morning. Pump it up. No, he said. We're talking like this. Talking like that. We're talking. Golden debate show. Golden debate show. We like this. We're talking hood. Draw the line. And you better talk with bitch chat. You know we're coming out the best. Golden show. Golden robes. Golden boss. Golden scrolls.